Okay, it's been a little bit since I live streamed last, but I need to get this work done. And yeah, there's still so much to do. So I'm pulling up Centered on my phone. Man, that really bothers me. Yeah, whatever. Come on. QR codes. Nope. There we go. All right. Awesome. Yeah, and I have not been using Centered, and I feel bad about this because I literally feel bad about this because I end up with headaches when I don't use Centered and make sure that I take breaks and stuff. But yeah, here we go. So full stack foundations, need to write about this stuff. So we've got writing for all these exercises and these, and that works, and that one's done, and done, and done, and done, and done, and done. Lots of this I could borrow from the first time I did this workshop, and so that's good. But some of this I do need to, each one of these steps needs to be written from scratch. So this is the last one, or this is where I'm at now with the scripting. So we don't have an app for the first problem. So let's see. I normally don't talk about the exercise in here. Talk about things more generally. Yeah, okay, cool. So I don't need to change anything about this because it's more general about scripting in the browser, so this is good. So what this means is I can just jump straight in. Now, I actually do have the Web App Fundamentals workshop that this is all based on that I want to reference. And so we're going to pull that up, and that's just going to be on the next port that's available. And here, if we look at the diff, we simply add scripts, and then the next exercise we add scroll restoration and prevent scroll stuff. Lots of this I'll be able to copy, which is so nice because it is such a slog to write this stuff. Custom scripts. I don't think I'm going to do the DevTools thing. Yeah, we're not going to do the DevTools thing. That's kind of confusing. It's a separate topic altogether, but we will do global environment variables. We do need to figure out what we're going to use for that. And everything, ultimately, we're going to be building the Epic stack. And so we could see what we do for environment variables here. Sentry, yeah. Rats, there's not really, I mean, we could talk about Sentry as a thing we do, but yeah, it's not really I'm not going to add Sentry to this workshop, so. I'll have to think about that. We'll have to think about that. I suppose we could do resend, but no, we don't send the API key to the client. It's just the Sentry TSN. So yeah, we'll have to figure out something that's not contrived. I think maybe we'll just do the Node-env. That is actually why we did the DevTools thing, because we're actually using it there. Aha. That stinks. Because I don't really want to do the DevTools thing, but I just need to, I want to demonstrate how to do environment variables in this workshop, and it's very much a scripting concern, because it is client-side stuff. Yeah, okay, we'll think about that some more. After custom scripts, we talk about prefetching. That's nice. yeah, just adding prefetch intent to some of those things. We can do that easily. And then pending UI. Yeah, this one's got a lot of steps. Yeah, that's the last one, which we can do easily as well. All right, sweet. It will be quite different as far as like the specific examples, but which means I have to write instructions and all that, which is super annoying. But yeah, we're going to get it done. I'm going to sit down 1 sec. Okay, so yeah, this is tricky. So with the web fundamentals, what I did was all of these exercises beforehand did not have the script tag added, and so there was no scripts, and it's like a mic drop moment. Like, look at all the stuff we did before we even added JavaScript to the page. Like, that's cool. Look at what you can do. But turns out that breaks live reload. And HMR specifically. Live reload worked, but then when we added the dev server, if you don't have the scripts in there, then HMR or live reload doesn't work, which is a shame. I think that's probably could be considered a bug, but I'm not going to raise a stink about it. Somebody else can if you want to. Let me just check something here really quick. Okay, good. So we need a different story. See here, we had a customer reach out. They were surprised, yada, yada, yada. For us, what we could do is we could say that our coworker removed the script tag because we weren't actually doing anything with it. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Okay, good. We don't want to make the coworker sound like they're in trouble or anything, like they did anything wrong. But that's not the case here. Scripts. What it's going to be is our coworker scripts. Okay. I removed the scripts component from. Sweet, I just got another attendee to this workshop series. If you're watching this right now and you're like, what is he working on? The answer to your question. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention this, but I also ignore chats. I don't even see the chats anymore. So if you want to chat with me, you can do that in the live stream chat channel on Discord. Yeah, so if you're wondering, what is this all about? That is not what I want to There we go. I'm giving a bunch of workshops starting in like just under 2 weeks. It's going to be sick. And we're probably going to sell out, which is so cool. So come join me for this series of 8 workshops where we're going to learn some really awesome stuff together. And that's what I'm working on, is that awesome stuff that we're going to learn. Okay. So remove the scripts component from our inline file. File is app root tsx. Yeah, because it was unnecessary. Everything we've done so far works whether JavaScript remove JavaScript. Yeah, from there. There we go. And let's actually go there. Routes, or no, root. And we're going to get rid of, we'll keep the KCD shop iframe. We're going to lose the scripts. Yeah, we'll keep the live reload. Ooh, the problem with live reload is then it tries to make a socket connection, and it's really annoying. But I think, yeah, we'll remove it and add that back. And that's that, actually. Yeah, we still don't have the meta component. Maybe we should get rid of the iframe sync thing too. Yeah, in fact, it won't even work without the scripts. The problem is I don't want them to add it back. This should be like invisible to them. I wish there was an easier way to do that, but there's not. Okay, so remove those. You know what? Let's do it all, because then we can say, look at the whatever thing. That's interesting. Did I add that? I guess I must have. Why didn't I do... yeah, okay, whatever. Okay. Remove those from there because... All right, manager. Okay, great. So then, whoopsies. There we go. And we look at our files. unable to determine diff because we don't have another app. So here's what we're going to do. Oh man, I was hoping I would be able to undo. All right, whatever. Come back here. Okay, great. And now there's our diff. Looks great. So we need to open this in app 1. And right after the div, we're going to say add the scripts component from remix run react. Add the and I'll add explanations to these in a second. Add the live reload. And actually, these will be bonus. To improve the development experience, we've got some components we can render here as well. This is responsible for keeping the iframe in sync with the KCD Workshop app. This is responsible for updating the app whenever you make code changes. HMR, HDR, etc. All right, great. And that's that. So coming back over here, say, thanks for adding that back, especially those development components. Will be really nice to have. And manager. Wait, well, I'm not sure you're aware of what. The scripts. No. Great. Unfortunately, oh, you know what? We could probably borrow stuff now. So this stuff is a little bit more generic and would apply here. Right there. Yes. Yeah, okay, so this does not apply anymore. Yeah, okay. I mean, no. No, we're not going to do anything about that. That's cool, but yeah, we're not going to say anything about that. That applied in Rocket Rental, does not apply here. Is there anything else we need to say? No, let's talk about scroll restoration. Okay, we've got to come up with a good example of scroll restoration being a problem. So let's go to solution, go start app. Something's wrong. Oh, right, I know what's wrong. Try that. Should not take even that long. There we go. Okay, so I need to have a place where we can scroll. Yeah, here we go. This should scroll to the top. Yep, that is good. So here's O2, scroll. Here, let's see, what did I call it over here? Yeah, scroll restoration. Okay, and it's interesting that when I save it, we're getting refreshes here. I would not expect that. Oh, I would, because I'm changing this. Yeah, that's right. I'm changing a README. That's something else. Don't worry about it. Okay. And awesome. So then we come to yeah, here, and root, and where do I put it in the Epic stack? Root TSX, scroll restoration. Yep, that is reasonable. Okay, we don't need the nonce. We'll do another workshop where we talk about that. And then I also had a prevent scroll restoration somewhere, which was cool. I don't know if I'm gonna have something like that here. Yeah, rats, because that is really nice to have. In any case, now this. Did I not save? I'm on 02 scroll restoration. Oh, right, I'm on the wrong one. There we go. All right. Here, let's get back and stop this app. Just save the energy. Oh, I forgot. I knew I was going to forget this. It's so frustrating. Okay, great. So then we go to the notes. We scroll down, go boom. Yep. Ta-da. Boom. Boom. And then, you know what? Maybe we don't want to scroll to the top. You know, we don't. We don't want to scroll to the top there, but we do want to scroll to the top when we click the edit button, I think, probably. I don't know. That's what we're going to do. Let me just double check that we don't have anything in the Epic stack for this already. So let's do prevent scroll. What is it called? Reset. Yes, I did know that. Actually, it's for our modal. But we don't have the modal here because it is too advanced for now. So, you know what? What would be better is if we don't restore scroll when you click on these, but this list scrolls. That's what it should be. Yeah. Okay, so let's figure that out. Okay, I don't know how to do this. This is going to be a real pain because I feel like I've actually tried this before. I'm pretty sure this is the thing I want to scroll. Overflow y scroll. And then we need this to have a max height of 100% minus everything else. Calc. Oh, I wish that I had GPT everywhere. Max height, calc, 100% minus 50 pixels. That is not how you do that, apparently. Dang it. I know this is, yeah, I don't remember. Chat GPT. I have a left nav that has a list of items which I want to scroll. However, I want its parent to, if it's too long, to be at least, or yeah, as tall as the viewport. How do I do this? I don't think I've given it enough information. Yeah, I think I messed up. The parent shouldn't be the viewport height. The parent is actually a child of other elements. It is a is in a flex container. And has a flex 1, I think. Yeah, ultimately. So it should fill the remaining space as far as the height is concerned. The left nav is a portion of that which should not make it any taller than 600 pixels. Let's see what it says about that. Somebody's at the door. Oh, it's a neighborhood friend. The family's out. So they will just get barked at by the dog for a little bit. Sorry. Yeah, I guess that's okay. For some reason, I feel like I've tried that and it does not work the way that I want it to. How tall is this thing? Oh, it's not even 600. Okay. Shoot. That's what it is. So, yeah, it scrolls, and that's awesome. But if I'm on a screen that's tall enough, then I don't want it to scroll. And it's scrolling. Okay. Actually, the problem is that I don't want to specify a max height. I want... Alright. I want to specify a min height. And... ensure, well, we can deal with the min height later. I just want to ensure that the left nav only scrolls when the parent is not tall enough for it to show all its children. Oh, interesting. Overflow hidden, huh? Okay, so if we say overflow y auto, and then here we say overflow hidden. So no scroll. Shrink it up. Now this is scrolling. Yeah, that's not working at all. Dang it. Okay, so we need to do a max height on this. I think I may have made a mistake. And did I delete some of these? I don't feel like there are enough. Oh, whoops. Yeah, okay, let's try this again. Yeah, and then max height will be 100%. But then we will subtract. I think I need to do a calc for the max height on the left nav. How would I do that to set the max height and remove the space for margin and siblings? I feel like that's sort of what I did. I must have messed something silly up with the syntax or something. Yeah, I guess I must have. Maybe you can't have, or you have to have a space there? Yeah, that's what it is. All right. There we go. Okay. I think this is going to be what we want. So I just need to find out what the space is between here okay, so we've got the height of this thing. Oh, shoot. That's got like a bunch of breakpoints and stuff. Man, I hate this so much. It can also like wrap and stuff. Huh. That is what I need to do, but is there any way to avoid the calc? The problem is there is a sibling which has a pretty dynamic height based on the based on data. I also want to avoid JavaScript here. Okay, yes. Yes. I think I know where you're going with this. So this parent would be a flex parent display flex flex direction column, and then this is flex 1. Oh rats, no, it's already not working. I also need the parent to shrink yikes, man, what a pain. I'm tempted to just give it all of my HTML. Let's try that, see what happens. But get rid of the unnecessary stuff, or as much unnecessary stuff as I can. I'm in my root. Wait a second. Okay. So I'm on the solution for O2. Okay, great. So then, okay, let's start over. Whoop. Here's some HTML. I need this to, I have a list of notes on the left, and I want that UL to be at least between the dashes. I want that UL to be at least, here, let's make this more clear. I don't know. Between the, okay, 300 or 200 pixels tall. And scroll if it has too many contents for, and I want the container. This has got a container, right? Whoops. Element with the class name of to be at least 400 pixels tall. We can adjust that later. I want them the container to fill the space between the header and footer of the UI. I do not want the list of notes to make the or to be the reason the parent or the container is taller than 400 pixels. The container should only be taller than 400 pixels if the viewport is tall enough to accommodate. Is it accommodate? Accommodate? What is that word? Oh, I'm missing an M. There we go. I'm sure that the robot could have figured that out. Right now, the list of notes on the left, if I have a lot of notes on the left, then it makes the container very tall, or tall. If I add overflow y scroll on the UL, what happens if I do that without any other changes? Or auto? It has no impact. I would like to avoid using JavaScript or calc with hard-coded values. How can I accomplish this? And we'll look at what it has to say when we get back. Hey, that wasn't actually as much HTML as I expected. Yeah, because I've got a break time. So we're going to take that break. Otherwise, why am I even using centered, right? So see you in 5 minutes. Okay, I'm back. Whoops, forgot to close that. Okay, let's see what it said we should do. First of all, make sure the parent's the container. Okay, yeah, sure. Is at least 100. Yep. I think we are good there already, actually. Yeah, so yeah, we're good. Okay, and then let's move this closer. Set a max height and overflow Y for your UL. I just had another thought. Okay, or a min height. Yeah, okay. We can deal with the min height later. I think it, that is, I want it at least 200 pixels tall. That is super not it. Dang it. I want the UL to have a minimum of 200 pixels. Otherwise, it should fill the parent minus the space of the siblings and padding. And if there are, if it's too big to fit, then it should scroll. Okay, which parts of this are new and what? Most of it. Okay. So it says I need to make the container a grid. So it's calling the container this, I think. Or no. Yeah, so this is the thing I said was the container. Didn't I try? I think I tried this already. Display, flex, direction, column. And then this flex 1. Yeah, no dice. Because the parent, this thing has no reason to be smaller. It has a flex grow on it. Maybe if I take that off. This doesn't have siblings anyway, so the flex grow is not going to do anything. I'm not sure why this has that. Yeah, I guess the real question is, why is this so tall? And I think it's because this UL, if I start deleting items, then it gets shorter. Yeah. And I just want to say, whoops. Yeah, man, I don't know. So you want me to make the parent. Where's the parent? Yeah, that's kind of what I was doing. All right, let's try this again. Wait a second, what was I looking? Oh, I was looking at you. Whoops. Well, here, let's just try this. Yeah, this is not going to work. Yeah, no dice. Okay. Man, this is really slowing me down. Dang it. I should probably not care so much, but it is very relevant to what we're talking about. Okay, yeah, so that is not going to work. So coming back to this, you want me to make it a grid. Okay, so instead of the body being a flex, it's a grid. Grid template rows. Yeah, I'm not sure how to do this with Tailwind. Huh. I think yeah. Pretty sure we don't need the justify between when we do that, but and then I think we don't need this when we do that too. Yep, there we go. Kind of wish we didn't do that. I just do space on this thing, man. Yeah. Something like that. Should figure that out at some point. Anyway, so this is working so far, and then it says content should have display grid and grid template columns 1FR and 3FR. Okay. So I've got a couple layers between what it's calling my content and everything else. So if I move this up and delete this, and then I say display grid, I've got grid and 1FR and 3FR. Yeah, okay. I think I'm kind of doing this same sort of thing already. Now that's interesting. Right, because I have more rows. Whoops. Geez. That's interesting. That is not behaving the way I expected it would. Oh, is that columns. Yeah, that explains that. Yeah, still, it's not behaving at all what I expected. But I think, yeah, it's the call span. That's what's going on. Get rid of those. There we go. Okay. I'm just going to do everything that it says and then see what happens with that. So then our container here, this is our notes, and that's a flex column with a padding, I guess. Display flex direction column. And then it wants that, yep. And that it says that's it. No, I didn't think this was gonna work. Unless maybe I missed something or I've got extra stuff, and so we can always test this theory out. Tailwind playground, is that what it is? Playground? Playground, how do you do the playground thing? Oh yeah, hey look, it's me. There it is, play. Good grief. Oh wait, I explicitly wanted this, what it gave me. Oops. Oh, good grief. Why is Cody's notes not showing up even at all? That's weird. Oh, because it's all the way down here. Good grief. Yeah, this is not working. Thanks anyway, Copilot, or whatever you're called. Dang it. I messed a bunch of stuff up. Undo all of you. These all look funny. They look too big. That's because normally it's not quite this size. Normally it's like this size. Yoink. Okay, let's see. Can I put this somewhere? Tidy it up. Thank you. and CSS. And this is going to mess it up because it's in TypeScript. There we go. That's looking pretty good. What is the default? Yeah, there we go. At least it doesn't look like garbage. Okay. There we go. Now we're talking. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, here we go. We're going to try and record this and see if the world has an idea. Huh, well, that's kind of annoying. What's going on here? What, you can't do it right here, Loom? What's the deal? No, I don't want to be on this screen. That does not make any sense. Okay. I guess we try it now. Why is this colored the way it is? All right, I got some help that I need. So, I interestingly have a coding dilemma. So this is HTML straight out of an app that I'm working on that's using Tailwind, and it's great. So I need to have this behave in a certain way. I want to make it so that this list of items that we have does not trigger the entire page to scroll like it's doing here. I want the page to have some reasonable minimum height, but the user should be able to shrink it down like it is here, and it shouldn't have to scroll. Like this space should just be smaller, and then this UL right here should be scrollable. So that UL can be found right here. I want this to scroll. I've tried all sorts of things. I like turning this into a flex container and then making this flex 1. That does not work. I've tried grid, I've tried ChatGPT, I've done all sorts of things. I cannot figure out how to make it so that just this side will scroll when it gets too big, but also important that if it's not too small, that it will this will actually go down to the bottom. And I'm not sure why it's not doing that in here, because in the real thing, right here, it will extend down as far as I want it to. So I definitely want that, but I also want to make it so that when I'm short, that this will also be short and that this will scroll. So if you can help me with that, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you, world. Bye. Okay, and we're going to tweet those. I know I need some CSS help Tailwind solution not required. I really don't want to use hard-coded values in a calc or use JavaScript. All right, we'll see if anybody can come to my aid. Yeah, hopefully somebody can. Oh, you know what? I should definitely link to this. Share. Okay, and copy. Here, let's shrink this thing down. There we go, copy. And yeah, Centered is really upset with me right now. Here's the Tailwind playground. Again, the solution can be regular CSS. I don't mind. Okay, great. There we go. We'll just see what happens. Let's make sure that this actually does work. Yep, okay, awesome. All right, sorry ChatGPT, you failed me this time. Or I failed you, I don't know. Who's responsible here? All right, so I do still want to make it so that this does not scroll, but this does. That's what we're doing. And we can deal with the problems later. So we got scroll restoration here, and then when we're on the note ID page, this link to the edit, preserve, or what is, yeah, this one, preserve or prevent scroll reset. Here, the button for deleting should reset, I think. No, I think I've got this backwards. This on the list of notes, that needs prevent scroll reset. Yeah, there we go. Okay, great. So I scroll down, I click this, no scroll reset going on, and then I click this, that resets. Boom. That gets me what I want. And honestly, especially if we can get the scrolling thing working, then it will be even better. Whoops. So hopefully we can. Okay, good. Good. So let's take a look at our diff. Here, actually go back to the solution, stop that app. And root adds that, and notes adds that, and that's it. We're done. That's great. So close. And the problem is going to say something similar to our problem here. Now, what happened to that app? It is over here. That was the wrong thing. All right. Okay. Now we got JavaScript or customers and scrub. For example, if you're on the notes list page and you click, you're scrolled down a bit, then clicking, or well, let's see, no. That is actually desired behavior. If you're on the notes list page, you're scrolled down a bit and clicking the edit link leaves you at the bottom, or leaves you where you are when it should scroll the user to the top of the page so they can edit the note. This is because the browser is no longer responsible for navigation, so the role of scroll restoration lies in our hands. Luckily, okay, here we go. If you're scrolled down a bit on the list of notes, then click change notes. It's jarring to have the page scroll to the top. So for those links, we don't actually want to scroll the user to the top. Oh, what to do? Scream. Luckily, remix yoink 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 to those links. All right, awesome. And then all right, awesome. Good stuff. So scroll restoration, done. Next step is custom scripts. And in here, yes, dang it. Now I've got to think about this. Let's just make sure that the Epic stack doesn't have a completely different example. I do like using the E&B thing because it is kind of a good illustration, but yeah, let's just see. So we are doing, oh, for client hints. That's probably more advanced than what we want to get into. Yeah, definitely. Huh. Okay, fine. We're going to bring in DevTools. I think Epic Stack actually has DevTools. Yeah, it does. Yeah, I'm actually super surprised that this is still in here. Nobody said a thing about it. I mean, it's not all that bad, but yeah, probably should not have this. I wonder, I'm pretty sure this is the same. Oh yeah, it's just DevTools initialized. Yeah. Okay, we're going to do exactly the same thing. It's not that bad. And because we're doing exactly the same thing, we're going to be able to do a lot of copy paste stuff going on here. So 03, here actually. And here, copy custom scripts instruction. Whoops. So custom scripts, please note learning. Yeah, still need to write that article. Okay. Okay, we've already got the ENV thing, so we're going to add that now. I added a file which is responsible. All right, now let's go to here. Where's my ENV server? Copy this sucker. and utils the server ts. Stick that there. You know what I found out today? Invariant does not log the error message if in production mode. It just doesn't do it. It's the worst. That's such a terrible idea. Yeah, it's so annoying. So we're going to do this instead. Good grief. This is a mess. Okay, and then we get rid of Sentry. Yeah, get rid of all that stuff. All right, who said that? Is that Remix? Gosh dang you, Remix. Node-env can be anything. It does not own, like those are not, it can be any string. Why do you do this to me? Yeah, heck with that. Man, that's so annoying. All right, whatever. I'll add a comment here. In the future, we can add things like, here, let's undo all this. Like this. Okay. Good. All right. So now I added this and it's awesome. Remember the UI can run both insert. Allows us to have a common global variable that has all the environment variables that are public and should be accessible to our UI code. For example, there we go. Entry server line 13 file handles setting them globally on the server. Okay, so let's set that up. No way, we don't have a we haven't added our entry server. Huh, that's interesting. That is interesting. Very interesting. We haven't done that yet. I kind of feel like we should have that from the beginning. It's not really a full stack web foundations thing. I got a break. I'm going to take a break. We'll decide that when we get back. I'm going to write a note for myself. All right. Yeah, we'll be right back. Okay, so people have been replying to my Twitter. And okay, this one actually is looking really good. Yes, this is exactly, I think this is exactly what I want. Yes, okay, so what did you do? I think this is exactly what I want. What did you do? Let's look at diff checker. Rats. That's not entirely helpful. Dang. Here. Tidy and tidy. Nope, that is not helping. I'm guessing nothing was changed here, so it looks like overflow scroll. Okay, we'll come back to this. Don't let me forget this. Yeah, I won't even save the file. See what happens there. So we're on scroll restoration here, solution, routes, users, username, note ID. And scroll restoration solution, here we are. Something's wrong. Oh, I know what's wrong. This piece of garbage is... Okay. So that does not do what I want. And then we add... it's not here. We add the class name. Overflow auto, I think is what he did, or overflow y auto, overflow scroll, and age full. Wonder if we switch this to auto, that changes everything. Yeah, it looks fine. Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure that was applying. Okay, whoops. So great. So I can do auto, and then H full. And then it also looks like this adds a height, 70 view heights. And that is on it's not the body. It's a sibling to the header. Where's the, did he add? Oh, good grief. No, no. Go to solution, scroll. Okay, so he changed it to h study view heights and also overflow scroll. All right, let's see what that does. Okay, that does something. So there's probably another piece in here. Let's just see. Why can't I change the height of this viewport like I can? There we go. Oops. Yeah, definitely a little confused about why all this was added. Here we go. So it's not extending the full height, so that's not going to do it. Yeah, that's not going to do it. Thanks anyway. I will reply later. Overflow hidden was added to, yeah, that seems to solve the problem I was observing. To line 19, so that's on the call span and P12 thing. Okay, so then, yoink. So the interesting thing there is, yeah, that is weird. Is that because it has a padding? Oh, interesting. Yeah, there we go. Put the overflow hidden on that one. Okay, so move the overflow hidden to the parent. Oh, well, that's too bad. Then it stops scrolling. Interesting. Weird. Or pointer events? None. Yeah. Why is that happening, I wonder? Fascinating. Why is this? Oh, because we have... Yeah. Huh. Okay, so we can't do it on the parent. For sure. It's got to be on the div that has our UL. But then we end up in this situation. Huh. Okay, app showing the left nav is extra short in the background color, but the text is showing up properly. I think I might know what's going on here. Let's put this back. I think the background needs to be why is this? Well, actually, the real problem is that this is the right size. The real problem is that this stuff is too big. Yeah, it's because of that. Okay, so what we can do here then is have a min height. Nope. Yeah, undo. We need a min height on this one. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, the interesting thing is we can't just say some number, because it's still gonna say I'm 70. I think this needs an overflow. There we go. Or, do we want it to scroll? I don't think I ever want this to scroll. I never want this to scroll. So this min height really should just be the content. Also, I don't want this to have a height of 70 view height units. I want it to fill the space. Man. Unfortunately, this isn't going to work because I want the middle section to fill the space. However much there is, I don't want to hard code a height for it. Yeah, that's not gonna do it. Thanks though. Yeah, I can't remember why this one didn't work. I'm confused by this one. What does this even change? I'm confused. Here, he gave me. I'm not seeing the behavior in your screenshot. Yeah. Okay. Rats. Okay, well, that's too bad. Okay. I'm going to make an issue about this. Nice scrolling behavior on notes list. This is described in this Twitter thread. Check out the loom. Check out the loom. All right, I got some help that I needed. So, interestingly, I have a coding dilemma. So this is the relevant file is here. And this is definitely a help wanted. I opened an issue for anyone interested in diving in. And where is that issue? There it is. Okay, we gotta continue because I can't get hung up on something that is really annoying, but yeah, it's not as important as like not having an exercise to work on. So let's continue with the decision that I needed to make. Back this up. Okay, cool. And yeah, that's good. Yeah, all right. So, what to do about the entry server? Well, the thing is, if you don't have an entry server, then Remix will make one for you. The one that's made is not the one that the Epic stack has. The one that the Epic stack has is probably more complicated than we want so far. So we definitely don't need streaming yet. So yeah, here's what we're gonna do. We are going to create it here. And your coworker is the one who made it. Let's take a look and see if the Remix templates, if any of those have a simple version or if they all have are just using the default, I think. Oh, no, I've got it. All right, but we want a simple version. And I think the Jokes app had a simple version. This is taking longer than I expected. Okay. Entry server. Well, that's too bad. I think we've got a deployed version of this app somewhere. Or like an example. But I think they also updated it. Yeah, I think they did. Stitches, no. Well, maybe this will have the old one though, so yay, nice and easy. Stitches is CSS and JS, so you can't stream it anyway, so that works to our advantage. Entry server TS. Okay. Oh, TSX. There we go. And I hate this so much, but it is what it is. This way, I don't have to import all those different weird types and stuff. Just be doc request args. Part of me feels like we should probably talk about this file like really early, like one of the first things that we talk about is this file. So like that would make a lot of sense. That would be a given. Like obviously we do this if we were doing a beginning workshop sort of thing. Like this is your first exposure to the web. But considering we're not, I think it's okay that we don't talk about this right from the start. Yeah. So, all right, we're good. So I've also created, created a custom inline file, app entry server file, which overrides the default entry file for the server in Remix. That way we can take care of the server side. Okay, to do this, I've also created a custom file. Setting this global variable, which I have done on line 13 or whatever line it's going to be. Let's look at that. You know what? I think this init idea is a bad one. It should not be. Yeah. It should just happen by virtue of importing the file. I like the idea, but the problem is you cannot say before I init, we don't have the variables, and after we do. There's no way to do that. So this is going to be a side effect import. Yeah, there we go. On line 8. Just kidding. I hate that. There we go. Line 6. And this right here is the feature Oneman has a PR for. I'm still planning on looking at that eventually. That allows you to just say, give me a code frame of what's at this place in this file. That would be sweet. TSX lines 3. Ooh, you know what? There is a feature in my little library here. Yeah, start. Sweet. Start equals 4 lines. I think lines doesn't count the start, or maybe it does. Line number. Yeah, it does. Okay, that actually is great. I think that's a good idea. So start on 4, highlight line 6. And this right here would not be necessary if I had that feature that Oneman worked on. I still need to review that. Okay. Okay. And yes, DevTools needs to be a thing. And it's just this. And that's that. All right, great. So now solution. And we run this. And then we go here, and we're going to go to our root TSX, and we're going to do, here, stop you. Grab all the, well, just this stuff, I guess, because we're in this solution right now. And we stuck that right before scripts. Interesting. Oh, after scroll restoration. Yeah, that is sensible. env is going to come from here. Okay. That's interesting. Huh. Probably should have done that like way earlier. Rats. root 0101, well, 0203 root tsx. There we go. Okay. Good. So now they're all sorted and nice. And we got the env thing, and then we also need a custom entry client as well. This should probably be here already. Okay, hold on a second. So this isn't the problem. And this one. Is the solution. And then we come back over here. We're in the problem. Okay, yeah, so many concepts in this one. I'm a little annoyed about this one. But I think it'll actually be okay. It's just, yeah. I think I'll just have to make sure I give them plenty of warning ahead of time. All right, let's come over here. I'm supposed to be on break. I should do that. Let's look at the diff really quick. So the diff is actually not too bad. Here, let's come and fix this. Add an env property to this, which is the result of that was it. Result of calling get env. And then add an inline script here using dangerously set inner HTML. Oh, come on. All right, that should be sufficient. So it's not so much that the exercise itself is hard. It's really not hard at all. What's hard is just the amount of different things. It's like, oh, so I also did this, and I did this, and I did that. And if we compare or look at all the stuff that was done for us, there's this entry client file we've never heard of before. this entry server file we've never heard of before, and this DevTools file, like what is that? And this env server file. So all of those concepts all at once kind of feels like a lot, and that's what this thing is supposed to be about. So I think when I get back from my break, which is almost over, so I'm going to start it over, I'm going to have a little expose. Is that the right word for this? I think I'm just going to write out about the entry and the entry files, what those are. And then I also need to write about like what the DevTools thing is all about. So we'll talk about that when we get back from the break. All right, so my time is about up. Family's home. So I am going to, I'm looking at threads like everybody else. I am going to. I got somebody had an idea that I'm gonna try, and it looks like it's working pretty well. The one thing that it's not doing well is I can't scroll here. Like I'm stuck. So I want to have a min height on this. But if I can do that, then that looks like that'll probably work really well. So if we look at this thing, min height of 200 pixels, maybe. See what that does. That's interesting. Yeah, that still doesn't let me see those buttons, which is kind of interesting. See, it's this overflow hidden. What if I say overall scroll? What is that gonna do? Well, doesn't do anything. That will scroll this area. Yeah, don't want that. Yeah, and I think that's actually correct. That's what I want. Yeah, and then we just need to scroll on the note. No, we want this on. There we go. I think what I would do though is try putting it on here so that we can maintain that padding. That's interesting. That's interesting. Okay. There we go. So we've got the padding. Yeah, now we're talking. Okay. This is looking really good. Thank you. Now I just have to work out everything you did. Is this looking good? This is looking good. Huh. Oh, except I don't want that to scroll. Okay. Yeah, I don't want that to scroll. Okay. So based on that, I'm sure there's good ideas there. But yeah, this is what I want for sure. Okay, so let's try to work backward from what was done here. I think let's get to a spot where I feel comfortable with the changes that we made. Probably best to in Remix you have two places here. For this excerpt or step, you need a little more background info about Remix. You have two places where, or two bundles of JavaScript, server bundle and the client bundle. For each of these has its own entry file, which is the first file that gets executed when the bundle is loaded. You'll find these in Remix has a default entry file for with your own entry files. By creating in your app's root or in your app directory. Okay. We'll be customizing both of these, so in this exercise. So they've been added. Okay, that's enough for the entry. We want to have some custom dev tools, some custom dev tools for our app. Learn about this concept in dev tools. Make your own dev tools. There it is. Oops. But we want to make sure we only load these in development mode. So we need a way to dynamically load this into the client during development. We determine whether we're in development based on the environment variable node env. Okay. Yeah, this one's kind of big, but it's fine. Okay, now with that finished, let's look back at this scroll restoration. And solution, start app. Open that up. Go here and here and there. Okay, thank you, Ironclad. You've been super helpful. Okay, it was the same as before without the height. Okay, so starting with line 23. Okay, so on the UL we add overflow scroll and hfull. Overflow scroll hfull. Okay, I want to see if we can use auto, but we're going to just do exactly what they did. Overflow hidden on line 19, which was what, line 19. That's the div that contains these. That was the, yeah. Overflow hidden. Okay. And then, oh, I think he, on line 17, he had, yeah, so, what was line 17? Line 17. Overflow scroll. Where's the BG muted? Oh, there you are. Okay, BG muted. So he put overflow scroll on this one. And that is, yeah, that's this one. Okay, overflow scroll on that. And then, okay. Container div with the flex call and justify between. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. Flex call and justify between. Okay, so that's on. If we go to the root, so he wrapped everything in another div. All right. Okay. That's not doing it. I missed something very important. Dang it. Yeah. Okay, so this right here should definitely be scrolling. So I've got an extra flex 1. That's what's going on. I don't think he's got that. Yeah. So if I get rid of that, then we fix the problem. Okay, and then I added, what did I add? I added overflow hidden to the main. Or maybe he did, and I messed up. Okay, overflow hidden on this. I think we've got that. Yep. And the min height on this guy. Kind of feel like, yeah. So then this outlet no longer has a wrapper around it. Okay, let's try this. Yoink. Yep, that is exactly right. And what's cool is now I can be scrolled down on this, and I click this and it's not shooting me up to the top. But then I click edit and it does. And it restores my scroll position. Oh, sweet. Victory. Still don't understand why it's working the way it is, but it is. So I'm happy. Okay, so let's look at overflow scroll. See if we can change these to overflow auto. Let's do this. Now that, hold on a second. I messed up something. This, I'm missing something else that I did. Overflow auto is a child of the main. Yes, so there we go. So in the weird situation where you've got an itty bitty screen and quite a bit of content on a note. You're going to have so many scroll bars. Maybe we make that max height or min height a little bit more generous. Okay, so continue with the overflow scroll, change that to auto. That still works, right? Even if I have a lot more content. Yeah, good. Okay, now here's the real test. If we do always, I hate that. That's so gross. Scroll bars are yucky. But it could be worse. So yeah, and if we had not done auto, then the scroll bars would always be there and they'd be even worse. So auto. And not only that, it's not just overflow. It is, we only care about overflow. Whoops. Y auto. Beautiful. Man, that looks so gross to have scroll bars all the time. Can you imagine living a life like that? All right, good. That is awesome. Okay, so rats, I wish I'd had a commit so I could actually reference that. Dang it. So I could see the changes that I made. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Let's go to the Epic stack. And pull. And go to, unfortunately this is like a pretty significant change in the Epic stack because we're removing this. And we've got more pages on the Epic stack. So let's just see. We've got this. And a closing div here. Except I'm wanting it here. And actually, I also hate this. Get rid of that extra thing. And then we go to note ID, or notes. Let's go to notes first. And honestly, I'm pretty sure all this is the same. Get this up and going. Okay, great. Feel like I'm gonna need another note. Another note. This is another. Okay. Yeah, and then we go to notes tsx. And then on note ID, we put this on. Our editor, I don't think we need to worry about. So let's see what happens here. Okay, we're definitely not getting what we want. We're missing something. Oh, drat. I wish that I had committed and then made my changes, because then it would be easier for me to find what I'm missing. Oh, no, that's fine. No, that's fine. Yeah, good. I just was thrown off by this little curve thing, but no, that looks good. All right, so then Let's make this longer, and that scrolls. Yep. Oh man, that is so great. And oh, this does not scroll. Huh. Let's make another one. 2 new notes. This is another. Oh, no, that's interesting. Okay. Okay, you are scrolling. You're just, whoa, that was loud. You're just not tall enough. That's weird. That's interesting. Do I have the same problem here if I had an extra tall thing? Yeah, that is a problem. It won't scroll all the way to the bottom. Yeah, why ever not? Why do you not scroll all the way to the bottom? Is it because that height full? Well, now you're not scrolling at all. Now you'll scroll to the bottom. Huh. Maybe what we need is this needs to be display flex. And then this needs to be, there we go. Okay, so we come in here in our nodes list. It's going to be flex 1, and this will be flex. What is the thing I was looking for? Flex column. There we go. Yay! Looks awesome. Okay, and let's do that change that I'm making in the workshop too. So this, prevent scroll reset. It's interesting that keeps popping up. That's hot data revalidation happening there. Then when I hit edit, yoink. Let's also add autofocus on that editor. I'm trying to think if there's a situation where I don't want that, but I don't think there is. Beautiful. Okay, let's verify now that things don't look really wonky on other pages. This looks fine. That was where we were. Yep, this looks great. That still looks awesome. This still looks great. Getting a phone call from my wife. I'll be right back. Oh yeah, I totally forgot that my wife needs to go somewhere in just a minute. So I'm going to commit this. Fix or improve UI for notes page. Closes number GitHub 274. Yes. Okay, great. Thanks for the help, Brandon. If you think you can improve on the solution I got help, or I built with help from, please tell me you use the same username. Oh man, why don't people use the same username everywhere? I want to give credit. GitHub nowhere. All right. There you are. Yeah. Man, it's so hard to find people sometimes. Just use your same username everywhere. It makes it so much easier. I built with help from. Then please do. I'm pretty happy with the solution we have now. Okay, great. And I gotta say thanks. Thanks so much for the help. All right. Here's the solution I came up with help from Ironclad. There you are. And that, 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 and that. Okay, I gotta go. Thanks everybody. Bye.